What is going on, everybody? It's Casual Soul, or GM Gauge, I guess, in many regards, and we're here with another Fate session. This is going to cover some various things, but either way, I hope you're ready for the recap, and then we are going to get right into the game.
The longsword.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
And I'm gonna stuff. Wow.
We
Okay,
were
that's
just
55
looting.
times.
Yeah,
Yep.
looting, little loot goblins over here.
Yep. I'm taking the steel, but I'm leaving the steel swords, but I'm leaving the long or the chainmail. It's too heavy.
Okay,
I have a large size carrying capacity, but I think the 55 pounds would start to work towards getting a little over encumbered. So
sure.
Mm. And unfortunately, I can't put anything in my hidden stash anymore until I take a long rest. So
yeah, I forgot about that too. So
I could have waited, but I didn't know we're gonna find the secret passage. So there's that.
yep.
All right. Well, starting off, let's kind of get a recap going. So, if I remember correctly, you guys were in the ruins here, kind of clearing it out. You guys cleared out the alternate side of the ruins, and then you guys made your way back to the main room, to which you guys discovered a secret door, upon which there were five circles in which you drew a star pattern, and it started to glow this kind of uh, green color to symbolize that it is the correct pattern or the correct tracing of the pattern. And then it opened, which opened up to three other doors, all with varying amounts of patterns to trace. You guys have successfully opened two of the three doors and faced the enemies within and, looted each of the rooms respectively. Top of the round, I think we left off with Isabel. Um, Isabel's kind of hurt, so they're gonna move this way and then up this way a little bit, kind of getting out of everybody's way, but still being around to be helpful if needed. Lost, I believe your turn is up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move to the last door, and there were six dots, as I remember. We marked them,
Yep, that is
Oli
correct.
or whatever that was.
Yep.
Well, Isabel is the smart one here, but I'm going to try to like draw a line that connects them all like a hexagon, starting from the top and going clockwise.
Starting from the top, going clockwise, and create a hexagon. So as you draw your first line, it does not, it turns red, going
Hmm.
from this circle to this circle.
All right. Trying the counterclockwise.
So then,
Just the first one to see if there is a green.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is red.
By starting from the bottom instead.
Mm, yeah, I guess.
Okay, you want to start from the bottom?
Bottom. Yep. Basically, I'm trying each one of those either direction to see where the first green appears. So now I went directly to the bottom and trying clockwise. If it doesn't
This
work,
one works.
okay. Um, there was a pattern that we had, but I don't know. Going one up. Does it work?
It does, in fact, work.
Okay, so I continue this way, still doing the hexagon,
So
hopefully.
as you get to this point, it does turn red and then disappears.
Alright, so one, two, I repeat two steps, like from the bottom to, wait, and this, to the bottom to this one, and go across
Like
to
this,
the, yes,
that does work.
okay. Try and go to the top one,
That works.
and then to the one that is not connected to anything yet, so the bottom right.
That does not work.
Uh,
Do remember that I believe they found I believe
They found a pattern, yeah.
what it should end up looking like. So here, let me grab
Yeah, you're
this
right.
from
Yeah,
down
yeah, yeah,
here.
yeah. I see it, I see it, I see it.
I'm just gonna move it here so you guys
Mhm.
got a better
Yeah.
view of it.
Okay, so we started there. And then,
All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and retrace the steps you already took at this point,
yeah,
so that way
this and this and this. Okay.
is this the what we had? No, I think it was
Oh,
this,
it was to the top one, I think.
this, and then this.
Mhm.
Oh no, no, sorry. I know, I remember now. It's this one. You did
Yes.
this one, this one.
Yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. Okay. Um, but then I will have to retrace it, and that doesn't make any sense, I think.
Uh,
Back to the one to the left?
this one.
No, 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 the one on the left, this one.
Okay, it works.
It works. I assume they should not cross one another, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, one down.
That works.
Alright. Uh,
Continue to starting point.
w- yeah, I'm trying to see if it's like to the right and then down. Okay, to the bottom one.
That
But no,
works.
that's okay. To the right one,
That works.
to the top one, and then go back to the bottom and to the left. Straight line across that.
That works.
Yes, I did it, guys! I did it.
And so as the door opens up, you guys see what looks like another door at the end of the hallway.
Um, I'm going to step aside and let the ones who can hit harder go first.
Let the
Okay.
big ones go.
Speaking of, Jewel, it is your turn.
All right, I'm coming. I think I actually overran myself because I think I can only go 30. Let me
Uh,
double check that.
yeah, but I'll say that you still got your movement.
All right, well, that puts me up to the door, which I will unbarbarian like twist the knob to see if it opens.
It opens. And what you immediately see is two kind of stone pillars, one here and one here, and on top of each sits a gargoyle.
A moving gargoyle or a stationary gargoyle?
A stationary gargoyle. And you hear a "Tur."
Did we
Not
hear that
creepy at
too?
all. It is that
Was it
filtering down the
clouded out?
hallway.
Yeah. Could we hear it too?
Um, yeah, I'd say you guys heard it kind of echo through the chamber. It got very, very light as it got to Ridgewald and Isabel, but
Do I have any movement left?
I'll say no, but you can use an action to dash if you want to. Get an additional, what, I think 25 feet or 30 feet.
Yeah, whatever your movement is. Now, keep in mind, you're not necessarily running like dashing, but it gives you the extra movement speed. So,
Yeah, correct.
Eh, why not? I mean, they did say nicely to enter, so I'll go in.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ah, it'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? Each
right?
gargoyle stabs you and kind of pins you. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, the gargoyles don't move. Um, and you do see a chest kind of sitting there. This one looks finely crafted. It's got some nice metal bands. It looks like it's been kept in decent condition throughout all the years. Um, but yeah, is there anything else you want to do for your turn?
Nope, I'm just gonna sit there right in between the gargoyles, staring at them expectantly.
They are not moving, but you can feel their presence staring you down as well. Ritual?
Hold on. So yeah, I'm just gonna scoot by. Good old. There we go. And it looks like if I dash, I can only get to about here.
Yeah, I'll let you just place your token right inside the room so you're not blocking the hallway. Oh, here.
Yep. Or closing the door.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
And that pretty much ends my turn.
All right. Rundas? Straight elephant charge right in, ready to break down some doors.
I was thinking like Bebop and Rocksteady. I'm Bebop, and he just came in as Rocksteady and like shoved me against me to get into the door or get through the door.
Um, all right. Anything else for your turn, Rundas?
No.
All right. Isabel, I guess we'll use their movement to get in to the room. Bonus action to kind of, or sorry, not bonus action, dash action to get off to the side there. Kind of get to maybe the corner of a room to like be ready for anything. Um, Lost.
All right. I see everybody go, so I go to that
And
here.
so, as you guys all get in here, like I said, you guys see two stone gargoyles on each of these pillars here. You guys see a nice chest over here that looks like it's been finely kept in comparison to everything else you've seen in here. And you hear this voice. Riddle me this, Batman. No, in reality, what you guys hear is answer 3 riddles, and the treasure is yours.
Mm.
What happens if we fail?
The treasure is not yours, and you will have to face adversity.
I'm not sure I like it, but it's, fair deal, I guess.
It's a gamble.
Riddle number 1. Some are cherished, some are hated, and even if lost, they remain with you. What are they?
Memories.
This was my thought too. Should we go with memories?
It's the first thing that popped into my head.
Yeah. Let's try what could possibly go wrong.
Correct. Riddle number 2. I have a tail and a head, but no legs. I am probably with you now. What am
Coin.
I?
You're a coin.
Correct.
Nice one. Ridge would say.
I like shinies, that's why I know.
I like shinies.
Last riddle. I am the beginning of the end, and the end of before.
You are a letter E.
Correct. Claim your reward.
Mm.
Wasn't that bad?
And right where kind of Drool is, you guys see this spectral vision kind of appear of this, it looks like high elf, kind of dressed in these white robes, and he's got this kind of, they got this golden accent to them. and he's got this kind of golden circlet kind of headband going as his long hair kind of overcovers the side. Uh, his hair looks kind of uh, almost yellowish, blondish color. Um, and he speaks out and he says, "Ah, hello. Depending on when you see this recording, much time or no time at all may have passed. Originally, I created this room to safeguard a few of my trinkets. However, things were set into motion, and me and my people were forced to abandon these structures. What I ask of you now is not something to be taken lightly, but there are forces at play in our world much larger than whatever political issues are plaguing this land now. I assume at this point, depending on where you're at, you're probably standing, if I had to say, somewhere in the timeline of the war between the North and the Southern lands. I would say that if the Southern lands have been defeated and the North has taken control of the continent, then it is too late. However, if by chance there is still warring conflict going on, there still may be time to save everyone on this continent. Please, if you ever have the ability, seek me out in the northern lands. I'm near where the rocks meet and create a crescent moon. And the vision kind of fades out.
Like Nostradamus.
There is war?
Can I make a history check? Are we in the timeline of the North and South War?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
I'm not very good at it, but you never know. Eh,
So yeah, with that, you know that you guys are living in the middle of it. This is when the northern kingdom of Dancing Leaves is trying to take over land of the southern kingdoms of, um, I believe it was Glavenus was kept out of it. They were given, I don't want to say immunity, but basically a neutral kind of pact. Let's see. So it is between the Blathian and Raventel kingdoms fighting against Dancing Leaves.
Oh, should. If I knew there was war, we already have war at home, sort of.
um, Kingdom of the Dancing Leaves. They obviously this vision was probably one of their elven
Hmm.
like people, I suppose, if he's there now.
He said to find him in the north. Something about crescent moon? What did he say?
Find him where the place or something meets.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know the geography there. We'd have to find it or find a way to find it.
Hmm. Well, I guess if there is a war and we could find him, maybe.
And
Why guys are you here? I mean, not in dungeon, but what brought you here in this area? Are you fleeing from war?
Not exactly. We're just in this kingdom because it's not in the war.
Oh, all right. You see, I had no idea. I'm, I only came here like a week ago, so I, I didn't know. Things were not nice at home, so my mom let me out finally, but you know, I didn't expect to land in a place of war. Hmm. Oh well, it means more adventures.
You're safe for the time being, at least as safe as you can be in life.
Hmm.
Uh, Ridgewold kind of glances towards the chest. I suppose we should see what the elf left us.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you guys are out of combat, so you guys can freely move about, check the chest, kind of do what you got to do.
I'm going to actually inspect the gargoyles. I'm curious about them.
Sure. So
Are they
this
alive?
is what you see.
Oh, guys, I think it's a good thing that we answered the riddles correctly. They
And
don't look very friendly.
you can't quite tell, but it almost feels like their eyes are following you as you move around the room.
I wave to them.
They don't move.
Yeah, but I'm gonna check the box, but as I'm moving, I'm just, turning around to see if I catch any weird movement. All right, what do we have?
Ooh, they're not metal. That's why I was looking at the gloves. So, um,
um,
And Ghost, if
mm,
you've been talking, I think you're muted.
Nope, haven't been talking.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
how
I picked up the gloves, looking at them.
I don't have use for a breastplate, so have
There's a
fun with
spell
it.
scroll.
Yeah, I already grabbed one, so maybe I should take the other one and then figure out what they are. Yeah, I'm going to grab a spell
If
scroll.
nobody else wants the
Uh,
breastplate, I'll take it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, actually, no. It has a pretty low AC.
and have
Only 14.
Isabel take that last one, Gage, that last spell scroll, if you would.
Okay, will do.
And I'll take
Um,
the healer's kit just because I actually have medicine, I believe.
I think anyone would be better with that than me. I'm not good at healing.
Honestly, I think Isabel would take the net as well.
Sounds about right. And who's taking the breastplate?
I don't know. Honestly, it's a pretty bad breastplate. It's only 14 AC.
It looks pretty.
It looks pretty.
It gives you a swimming speed.
Yeah. But unless we plan to go underwater, I don't think we need it. But we can sell it.
You never know. What if we will go underwater at some point?
Yeah, we'll just for as long as Lost is with us, we'll just transfer if you don't want to wear it into her hiding spot for the time being.
Yeah.
Once she can, anyway.
hmm Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Go ahead, Lost. Go ahead and take it, and we'll
Yeah.
assume that we're actually carrying it, but that way you can transfer it to your area or whatever hiding place later.
All right, I'll take it for now, and we assume that it will land in my hidey spot.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, you guys have officially beaten the ruins, and you're now free to kind of do as you please. Is there any other parts of the ruins you guys want to check out of, or do you guys want to just go ahead and head on out?
We're
Well,
probably all kind of tired and whatnot, so we probably want to kind of make our way back to the surface. Obviously, if we can
yeah.
make it back to the town and whatnot, we'll probably head that way.
Sure. So I will say then, let's see. There we
And
go.
the fog is still going in these ruins. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a ever existing fog now. So you guys are currently right here.
Getting there. Hold on. Yeah, the ruins. Yep. How long was it to this fell spin again? Like 4 hours?
To Fellspin from here. 2 hours there. Otherwise, if you guys like went to the road and then went over, you're looking at 2.5.
All right. We'll take the road just to make sure there's no more banditry going
Mm,
on.
okay.
All right. Um. Ghost, have you gotten to the overview map, or are you still on the rune map?
Uh, Slight problem. Uh, CPU might have overheated again, or something else might have happened. I'm seeing if it what problem it is.
All right. Then do that for now. Yeah. So, what path do you guys want to take heading back to town?
I will just follow whatever the rest of the group prefers because I came from south, so I don't know what's the what's the route.
Sure. Uh, Jewel, Ridgewold, what would you guys like to do?
So, so I was reading. What'd you say? I mean, prior to
No,
the
I
last
I was
exit.
just asking which path did you want to take? You said you wanted to head to the road and move up to Fellspin. Is everybody in agreement with that?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Droll doesn't care left or right, so if nobody makes a decision, he'll just head back to the path that we've already been on,
The
to
path
the west there.
of
Yeah,
most
pretty much retracing our
resistance
path. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
for the war god. Then in that case, yeah, you guys make it over to the pathway and you guys begin heading back to Fellspin. It's at this point that you guys run past your previous day's battle scene where you guys see leftover blood stains on the pathway heading back. It looks like somebody had come and clean up the corpses. All right. So as you guys make it back to Fellspin, let's bring you guys all down over here. And we'll activate this and bring over Lost.
There we go.
There we go. And so as you guys get back to town, you see, looks like the normal day to day, various people kind of running about doing their business, stocking stuff. You see a few of them tending to some animals in their respective areas. But most of it just,
Just good. Just out of curiosity, I was gonna ask on the way up here, did we pass any like apple trees or pear trees or anything like that in bloom, or is that not on the road?
um, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Okay.
Yeah.
With the 12, I'll say that you didn't happen to run into any fruit trees of any nature like that, but you did happen to spot some stuff that looks like you know it to grow as onion.
Hmm. All right. If it's like you mean like green onions, like growing out of the ground, those kind of onions.
Yeah.
Okay. I get a nice handful of those, and I'm carrying with like that. And as we come through town, I'm gonna pass by the uh, farrier's place with the horses or whatever, and I'm gonna give them a treat before we head to the inn. I mean, if the group heads to the inn first, that's fine. But Reginald is try to treat the animals well
Sure. So
in his druidic nature.
as you kind of head over to that spot right here, you see that there are a few animals here, and as you kind of come up, they kind of come up to you. It looks like they're very well adjusted to
People.
mortals and stuff like that, and humanoids. So they just kind of come right up to you as you start feeding them.
Hmm. So yeah, if I got like a handful of them, I'll give like two each as they come up, and then like keep rounding it out until I'm out of them, basically.
Sure.
He's so cute.
Yeah,
What are these?
you see a couple of horses, a few war horses, a few just normal horses and steeds. You see a couple donkeys, um, and you actually see an ox in there as well.
Hmm. Oh,
Never seen
darn.
one of those before.
A beast of
Interesting.
burden
Oh,
used in the farms slightly.
oh, I see. We don't have those,
They
I
plow the
think.
fields with the oxes.
Um,
We can use horses, but the oxes are stronger.
hmm. We're not much into farming. Probably that's why.
So Ridgewold would head for the inn first to kind of well, actually no, he'd head to the smith first to unload his steel to him. Okay, what time did we come back into Felspin? I didn't even ask that.
Let me take a look here.
Maybe just head to the inn and trying to bed down for the night, and that's probably what it is because we went
Two.
out, did the exploring, came all the way back, so it's
mm,
probably like late night. They're not late, but
I'd say honestly, I mean, if we went by the turn counter, you guys only spent like maybe 10 minutes in the ruins. However, I'd say that there's a little bit more exploration and kind of side chatter and everything. So you probably spend about 2 hours there, then 2 hours to
yeah.
get there, 2 hours inside, and then 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get back. So you're looking at about 6.5 hours leaving. I think you guys left early morning, so you're looking at
Oh,
probably
okay.
2 p.m., 3 p.m.
Okay, mid afternoon. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Not
And
bad.
I'm heading to the smith then to unburden myself of the steel that I picked up for him. And I'm currently wearing the gloves that I picked up out of the uh, thing because they're just living, and that's so neat to Ridgewold. He's like they're alive.
Um, yeah, no, definitely. And you kind of feel them as you put them on. They do fit to your fingers. Like they seem big at first, and then as you put it on, it kind of just shrinks down and fits onto your hands.
Yep.
Um, okay, so you visited the horses, and then you're gonna go visit the blacksmith. What's everybody else doing?
Uh, I'll go unload some stuff for with the book. I'll go unload some stuff on the blacksmith too.
Okay.
Well, I don't have anything that I can access at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just plop on the ground and open my backpack and check the scrolls, the spell scrolls that I get, and try to figure out what could they be.
Yeah, I'd say Isabel helps you because Isabel's got a second level spell scroll as well that they're trying to find out. So if you want, you can make an Arcana check to
All
see
right.
what kind of spell scrolls they are, or you can try and ask around town to see if anybody can identify them for you.
First, I'm gonna try myself.
Yeah, Isabel and her would probably go to the inn for comfort and whatnot, and pour over the book smart people pouring over the scrolls, basically.
Uh,
Is Isabel helping me?
yeah, Isabel will help you, and then
Okay.
I'm guessing in return you'll help Isabel with her scroll check.
Okay. So can I roll with advantage this
Yep,
way if she's
yep.
helping? Okay.
All right.
There we go.
While we're doing this, can we take a short rest just because we're all kind of hurt, unless we're
Oh
just gonna take
yeah,
a
I
long
would
rest
I would
after?
say that you guys are gonna take your short rest in the inn, kind of just relaxing for a moment, grab a few drinks perhaps, and then
Mm,
figure out what your next steps for the day are. Because you are pretty much you still got another 6 or 8 hours of kind of daylight.
mhm.
Um, so yeah, Lost. You would actually know that your spell scroll is a.
Nice. Sorry,
No, you're
I
good.
got my hit points back with one roll instead of two.
Uh,
I have scrolls actually. I think. Yeah, two.
you got two of them.
Yeah.
From the
I
chest.
I grabbed one from some smaller chest that we looted earlier, and the one
Gotcha.
from the last one.
Nice. All right. So the first one is a with the 20 you got, I would say that you would identify the first one and you would know it to be something similar to a burning hands.
All right.
And then as you kind of look over the second one, Isabel says, "Oh, I know this one. This one is mirror image."
Yes. Oh. Um. Well, you want it?
Uh no, I'm okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll be useful to you.
It might. I don't know yet.
And she kind of begins to look over her scroll, which I'm assuming you kind of help her
Of course.
determine. So they will make an Arcana check at advantage. That's 17, so she will be able to find out that hers is a where's it at? There it is. A second level aid spell. So aid your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit points maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. So basically everybody's HP that she targets will increase by 5 total for the duration of the spell scroll, which is 8 hours.
All right. That's cool. Well,
Uh,
for now, hold on to them and figure out.
yeah, and here I can actually make notes on these, I believe. Edit item. Let's do this. And then let me go ahead and just make these real quick. And so as you come over to the blacksmith drool and rune dust, what are you guys doing?
Currently taking a dab hit, but hold on.
I
Uh, uh,
actually didn't remember if there was something that some place or something that would allow us to sell some of this junk I'm carrying, or if we were just contributing it to the bardic or the armor we were trying to build.
that's what Ridgewold is basically doing. So anything else is up to you guys for what you carried in. But yeah, Ridge basically hails the smith and says, "I brought some more steel for you. How goes your construction?" He kind of looks over at the smith's workstation.
Sure. So as you kind of look over, he's at the point where all the armor, the metal at least, has been formed, and he's already gone ahead and done that. But now he's kind of lacing in the leather straps, and he's kind of counting out the length of the straps, cutting them, and kind of fashioning them to create this armor.
So Ridge pulls a bundle from his pack, or that was lashed to his pack, basically, of 4 scimitar. No, sorry, what is it again? We took 2 long swords and 4 scimitars that he like piles up and sets on the table over here. Nah, this is some more steel from goblins, I believe, that we were clearing from the ruins. And he nods.
And so as you kind of hand this over, he looks over and he says, "Ah, well, before you go unpacking everything, uh, um, well, I don't think I'll have the gold to buy all this from you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just a simple blacksmith. I don't commerce is as good as it gets around here is,
Steel,
making horseshoes and stuff like that. So I don't think I'd be able to accommodate the payment
mm,
for these.
this, this steel is an appreciation for the armor that you're making for my companion or my puppy.
Oh, well then I would gladly accept your generosity, and I really do appreciate it. I'm almost done. Should be either end of the day today or first thing
I'll,
tomorrow morning. It should be ready to go.
I'll check with you in the morning and we can armor my puppy up, he says, and like a smile on his face.
And he kind of, yes, the puppy.
And he kind of nods as I hunger. And he starts walking.
All right. And then Rundas and Drool. What did you guys want to do at this point?
I was just gonna drop off my 2 pieces of chainmail at the blacksmith.
Okay. Are you trying to sell it?
Nope.
He, oh, you're all so generous. You know what? I do have a little bit of gold. It's not enough to cover all of this, but I'd be more than happy to give you some.
No payment needed.
Oh, divines bless you.
I'll just nod at him.
We are definitely friends with this blacksmith.
Yeah, if he gets the materials, he'd probably make you guys a couple of free stuff, especially if you guys go around kind of promoting him, helping him get more business.
Oh, for sure.
Um, and Drool.
Well, Drool is torn, trying to decide if he's donating or if he wants to sell the stuff he's
No,
carrying.
by all means. I mean, that's part of the adventure is selling it, you know. So definitely keep it if you want to. He's the blacksmith looks more than happy that he's just received this kind little gesture. So he's just kind of happily working along and continuing what he was doing.
Yeah, Drool will put the stuff back in the sack that he was pulling out and just kind of walk off.
Sure, sure. And so as you walk off, you notice that he's still more than happy, and he, if anything, definitely understands. You know, it's not easy being someone who just kind of goes out and adventures, especially when people can't pay you for your deeds and you can't get paid for the goods you turn in. But with that said, yeah, you guys can all take a long rest. Isabel will obviously donate her song of rest to
Mm.
give everybody a little bit of extra HP there.
What does
So
that do again?
it adds a d6 to your healing die. I think it
Oh,
automatically applies when you roll. Yeah, it'll say up there.
Yeah.
Ridgewald enjoys Isabel's Song of Rest. So
All right, so we do long rest.
no, short rest, short rest, short rest.
Short rest. Okay.
You guys can't take a long rest yet because once every
So,
24 hours.
oh, my
all right,
bad.
let's
I already
just
did.
ignore that then.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
all right. That's all right.
Yeah,
We'll
my
retcon
hit
some
point.
stuff.
Yeah, my hit points were already full. I just know that all my spell slots are empty, so that way we can still continue. It's no big deal. That's
Yeah, for sure.
basically I used the short rest already to reheal, and
Yeah, no. You're good. You're good. And it really just depends on what you guys are doing for the rest of the day. You guys got plenty of hours
yeah.
until dusk. What is, as you guys all kind of meet up in the tavern, you hear the tavern keeper. Ah, welcome back. How's it been going?
Hey,
Well, we cleared out the goblins in the ruins to the south.
Oh, there were a bunch of those little green bastards over there, huh?
Yeah, only one of them was smart enough to run away. It's just-
I wonder where he went.
don't know, but keep an eye out for any thefts in town.
Yeah, will do. And watch your backs. Some goblins are pretty spiteful, especially if they're left alive.
I'm pretty sure that we won't see that goblin again. Just thinking about like how we literally obliterated his companion. So
For sure. So he kind of looks over at all you and says, "Well, good rest, a couple of drinks. Here you go. And for cleaning out that nest so near to the town, a round of drinks on me for all of you."
Oh,
appreciated. How goes it in town here? Anything? uh, that we need to know about?
Oh, nothing more unusual than the same dog and pony show going about.
Hmm.
Tree
Kind of.
still
Maybe.
hasn't recovered from its surplus of magic, but as the priests say, all in good time. It'll heal itself and be back to being right as rain.
Hmm.
Mm,
That's not something I've heard before, but okay.
You you probably get a lot of visitors from different places, so maybe you would heard about. Did you ever hear about some place called Crescent of the Moon or something like that? It's supposedly somewhere in the north.
He kind of begins scratching his head. And, you know, there's one place that was always talked about before the
Mhm.
the different areas started warring with each other. Um, it's where these two rocks would come together and they'd form this crescent moon above this nice lake. And they said when the moon kind of hit it, it created this shimmer across the lake and bounced the light off the rock to make it look almost crystallized. And
Wow.
it was a really beautiful place. A lot of couples would go there and spend honeymoons or even just anniversaries there. Uh, I haven't
That
had a
sounds
chance to go
lovely.
myself.
Oh, too bad. Is it still around?
Oh, I'd have no idea. Ever since the war happened, I
Hmm.
haven't been able to get much communication across, and very little word makes its way to our little area now.
I see. Do any of you guys have a map? Like of the
Hmm.
world or anything?
Uh,
I would like to know where it is. I like to visit nice places, and that sounds like very, very beautiful place to be, like sightseeing and all. So I'd like to know where it is.
I might have a spare map. It's not
Oh,
completely filled out. It's only got the continent of Dancing Leaves, Blathian, Raventail, and Gravius regions, but I guess it's better than nothing. As he kind of rummages back and he pulls out the uh, Netheril world map, which you can select at the top there now.
right.
Um, it should be populated with at least the towns in the general areas of where you guys are, and then obviously there's no like distinctive markings or details to kind of point anything out because, like I said, this is kind of a big continent map. If you guys want specifics of an area, you need to purchase the map for that area. Um, but so do
Yeah.
this. Uh, so this is the kind of world map that you guys see, but the continent map here is the one he kind of pulls out and what you guys see, and he goes, uh, hmm. So we're here as he points right here on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I believe it is. Is it? He begins to point at this one. He's like, no, 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 it can't be that. Or could yeah, no. Yeah,
It's
you know what?
say the
I'm
north.
pretty sure it is this one right here as he points towards this kind of body of water right here.
Hmm.
Nice. That's quite some distance, right?
It
Oh
is.
yeah.
Hmm. Well,
Now I
let's keep it in mind.
can't speak to the accuracy of this map. These borders may have changed. I don't know if Dancing Leaves is taking more land, lost land, so keep that in mind. But
The war rages on, he says.
Hmm.
I'll drink to that.
Well, thank you. You were very helpful. I think that gives us at least direction, right?
It does.
uh, uh, and what did you all say your business here was? As he kind of looks up from the map to look at everyone.
No, nothing specific, but
Yeah.
we are just trying to figure out some things that we discovered in those ruins.
Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Rune hunters, huh?
Kind of, yes.
consider myself more of a tourist, you know, seeing interesting places.
Red
Mm,
chuckles at that. Interesting places, indeed.
Hmm.
but it
Well,
was interesting.
as he's kind of cleaning out a glass, I do apologize then that I'm not able to send you guys on your way to see the world tree. It's quite the sight to behold, and it's a really humbling experience, if I don't say so myself.
We will still see it before we uh, find our way north. I intend to at least feel the energies from the tree for
Is-
the time being.
What tree is this?
Oh, it's the tree that not only protects this area but provides most of the um, nutrients and the kind of growth and good harvests for most of the continent here.
Oh,
We've taken up residency around it, and we're all devout followers of this tree here in this village.
And yeah, Lost would have probably seen it. I mean, we're in Felspin.
Oh
That
yeah,
mm,
tree is as large as it's being depicted. It'd be like a world tree kind of thing. So,
yeah. So if
you know,
you go to the Gravius area
I'd be able
map, you
to do
can
it
see the world tree kind of off to the right a little bit there.
right here.
is it like when we were wandering, like going towards the town, we would see some of it? Is it this big that I would see some of it at least?
Oh yeah, you
That's
would definitely see
right.
it over the tree line, and I'd say from a distance you can't really tell, but as you guys got closer to Felspin, you could definitely see that the leaves aren't green on this tree anymore. A lot of them have turned red. There are still some patches of green, but a lot of the greens have turned this kind of crimson red color.
Oh, so that's what it
True fall
was.
colors.
I had no idea. Isn't like
Yes.
spring now or something? It shouldn't be green. Is there something wrong with the tree?
No,
Uh,
no, there's nothing wrong with the tree. It's just got an abundance of magic, and so the priests tell us. And they say it'll be a passing phase, and it'll be right as rain before we know it. And probably one of the best harvest years is going to be this year.
hmm.
Drool, hearing her ask that
Um,
question, would probably kick her in the shin a little bit, just a soft
Ow!
kick, and then say, "Um, may I have some water?"
Well, of course, don't mind. And he kind of heads to the back, and you kind of hear him open up a barrel, and he starts to fill
And
up a thing of water.
when he's not around, I'm asking with this like stage whisper, is this something we are not supposed to talk about?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Drool
Oh,
shakes his head no.
I
It's
didn't.
a very tender subject for this
Oh,
town.
but somebody must do something about it then.
That's why I want to feel its energy before we go north.
Ah,
So I want to see
alright.
if it's true that is an abundance of magic. I don't believe that's the truth, but I still must see it for
Hmm,
myself.
maybe it got corrupted somehow.
That is a possibility, of course.
You know, some before I left, some things started happening at home too. Like people were changing. They were not themselves anymore. And we actually had to like fight some of the people that used to be our
Hmm.
friends. Or at least, people
He
that
look
were friendly towards us.
he looks at Rundas and Drool and says, "What say you three to, or what say you group to making our way to the base of the tree tomorrow, just to see it?"
Yeah, Drool nods.
The armor for my puppy should be done by then, he says.
Armoring the puppy. That's so nice.
He kind of ruffles his fur.
Oh, you're gonna be such a handsome boy. And I just pet him.
His little tail nub begins to wag a little bit.
I give him a hug.
He kind of stands up, and he's pretty tall. He's about
Oh,
if he stands up, he's about 6 foot, and he kind of leans over, picks you up, and
okay,
brings you in
buddy.
for a bear hug.
Alright,
Oh,
alright. I did not expect that. This is good. This is cool. I'm fine. He's not gonna bite me, right?
No.
But
Ah,
you feel like he's about to maybe like squeeze you so hard your head's just gonna
yeah,
pop off.
I cannot tense.
Puppy down.
He kind of lets go of Lost and gets back on all fours and sits.
You're a good puppy. A little big, but very, very nice puppy.
All right. So
Mm,
then, are you guys gonna kind of wait out the rest of the day here and wait until tomorrow morning?
yep.
Probably.
All right. Well, is there anything anyone wants to do in the downtime you guys have?
Mm,
In the how long does it take to attune to those gloves? I forget. I also have to attune to the ring, so I'm wearing that too.
I
I
would
have.
say probably take an hour.
Okay. So probably about a couple hours in, basically, for some reason, um, Ridge kind of gets up and takes a drink of his mead and says, "I'm gonna go check with the smith again. I want to do something." And he heads out to the smith. And for the rest of this evening, until he gets a long rest, he's gonna make uh, uh, conversation with the smith. Moreover, he's gonna start helping the smith make the armor because that's what the gloves do, basically. So
I'm going to ask the innkeeper if he has